Okay, I'm doing this again. This is in program priority, but I'm not using the lavalier mic from Rode. So this is the ETZ-11 adapter that I tried earlier, right here. I upgraded to 3.40 firmware. I have the Meike ETZ adapter on right now with 11 millimeter. So I have 11 millimeter on, and then the Sony 10 to 20G. Let's get some light on it. That's next. Okay? And I'm going to use both adapters. So right now, I'm using the Meike ETZ adapter on the Z8. And it's in crop mode with 11 millimeter at f8. So I can't change the settings or anything. It's right in the camera. So let's go around, see if there's any barrel distortion. You've already seen quite a bit of the house already today. I'm just walking around. My pets want to be fed, but it's too early. They get confused at dusk. I see I'm moving around. Go to the kitchen. Yeah, I usually feed them at 7 o'clock. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away. They get a little upset. They probably could eat all day if I let them, but I try to keep them healthy as possible. So I'm just moving around. Yeah, you can see some. See, and here's my cat. Hi, Dusty. He's looking at me like, what are you doing now? You should be feeding me. If you don't feed me, I'm going to scratch you. Oh, comfortable. Okay. Let's try a different lens, the 10 to 20. Okay, I have the f4 10 to 20, and this is at 7.1, not at 8. Okay, it's in program mode. So the camera is taking control of everything. And this is at 10 millimeters. So if I use the PZ, so you see, it's doing the same thing as before. Doesn't go all the way, but if I scroll all the way, you see, this is at 20 millimeter at f7.1. And this is incandescent lighting for white balance, HLG. 1/50 of the shutter speed, aperture 7.1, 16,000 ISO. And if I scroll back, so that's like zooming out. You see? Okay, what I'm finding out, and you see it's not autofocus, so I'm gonna, there we go. I just put the subject in the box, so we're gonna try it again. It doesn't go all the way. You have to stop and then do it again, stop and do it again. So I'm scrolling. I think that time it went. But you see, I have to go like that again. So the box was around the cat all the time. And this time it's screwed all the way to 20 millimeters. Now let's go all the way back. So it might be the adapter, it might be the lens, but recorded was interrupted again. So I'm going to take some pictures now instead of the video. Okay, so I got both lenses off. I'm using the kit lens 16-50 from the Z50. All right, so let's take a look. This is the ETZ Megadap adapter. This is the ETZ adapter for Meike. This is the 11, not the 21 or the 21 Pro. This is just the ETZ adapter, okay? In order to do the firmware update, you put a USB-C there from your computer, and you take this part off and you mount the lens, any Sony lens, on top of it. And then you just transfer the firmware update. You know, you download it, you unzip it, and you put that file onto here. It's like a storage device, and that's all you have to do. Here's a little difficulty. So if I can remove this, you see these pins? So you would have to clamp this on very carefully and then plug this part into the PC in order to do the same process. You download the zip file, you unpack it, and then you just copy it over to the Megazip or Megadap, and it does the same thing. So this is just an add-on, and I'll put all these files together shortly just to show you the difference of picture quality. So this is a native Z lens. Yep, sorry about that. So this is at 50 millimeters. Meike, ETZ-11, Sony 11 millimeter, and also the at f1.8, and then the 10-20 at f4. So let's go to the ETZ-11 adapter and see how that works. Okay folks, I'm using the lavalier now, and I misspoke earlier. This is not the Z8, this is the ZF. So the Meike adapter, ETZ adapter, works on this camera. The ETZ-11 adapter does not work on this camera. So there's still a problem with the ETZ-11. So I'm glad I got the Meike, or the Meek, whatever it's called, okay? So, I shouldn't say Meike, it should be Meek, or Meek. M-E-I-K, like believe. Yeah, Meek. Unless it's Meike, but I don't know. So anyway, there's the ETZ-11 adapter on the 11 millimeter. I tried it on the 10-20. It did not work on this camera. And I have it in DX mode. So now I'm going to put it in full frame mode. Okay, full frame mode. All right. So it's not as close. And you can see how well this camera works. So it'll work with the Meek adapter. It will not work with the ETZ-11. So let's get the Z8 and see if it works on that. I know it works on the crop sensor cameras. So let's try that out. Okay, my ZFC. All right. And I'm filming it with the ZF. If I turn it on and move the cap. And I have to do this to get it extended at 16 millimeters. Turn it on. You can see it's working, okay? So I'm going to set this down right here. Pull this out. There's a F, so I can look at it. What I'm going to do is turn this off, close it up, take the lens off, put the ETZ-11 adapter on, okay? Now let's see what happens. You see that? It didn't work on that one either. It worked on the Z50, but I'm not on this camera. So let's hit the shutter button. It's in movie mode. Let's put it in camera mode, okay? You see it's going back and forth. So it's not working on this camera. So let's try the Z30. All right, so here's my cat. It is working on the Z30. So what I'll do is I'll take some pictures of the cat using the Z30. And let's see, the 11 millimeter first, then the 10 to 20. It did not, the ETZ-11 adapter did not work on the ZFC. Okay, 4K 30 with 11 millimeter. So this works on the Z50, it's working on the Z30. It did not work on the ZF or the ZFC, this ETZ-11 adapter. So I know the Meike adapter, ETZ, is working. So let's see what else I can do. Let me change lens. So the ETZ-11 is working on the Z30. So let's use the zoom. See if it stays in focus. See, this one, but it doesn't go all the way back. Well, it might be 10, 20. Let me do it manually. 10. I don't know. Let's look at a coffee cup. All right. Zoom out. Zoom in. Now let me do it manually. Okay, let's do it automatically. I guess it does work. And it stays in focus. So this is the ETZ-11 adapter, all right, with the 1020 f4, 1/30th of a shutter speed, and it's at f4. Okay. So it works on both lenses on this camera. It does not work on the ZFC. That's good to know. So this works. So the ETZ-11 and this adapter works fine with this camera. Okay, this one's working also. Scroll up, but you see, on this adapter, it's not as working as good as the ETZ-11. Okay, so I have to do this to focus. See, it's in focus now. Let's go to 20 millimeters. Come on. See, it's not acting right. So this is all the way back. 10. Now it stays in focus. Okay. Nope, went out of focus again. Now it went into focus. Let's see what happens if I stop. Now I hit the shutter button. Now it's in focus. So it doesn't work perfectly on this camera. So last test I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the ZF and see let's see, did I try the ETZ-11 adapter? I can't remember. Bye. Yep. This adapter, the Meike, is working on this camera. ETZ-11 does not. So let's go outside, and this is the F4. It's in program mode at F5. I just want to see what it does out in the dark and see what she's barking at. Yep, she's happy. Let's look at the nighttime. Yeah, it's pretty good. F4. Okay, that's interesting. So it did not work on the Z50. Can you see that airplane? Yeah. Let's zoom in. There you go. You can see it barely. Anyway, that's at 51,200. Now it's back to 10,064. And someone just peed in here. And I think it's her. I can never catch them when they do it. Okay? He could have done it. She could have done it. So when he does it, I can smell it, a certain ammonia. So I think when she gets excited, she pees. But it's tile. It's tile, and I can clean it up. So I get these interruptions, and it might be from the adapter or shaking the lens. Loose contact. Just want to let you know. So that's my, this will conclude my test with this adapter. And this is on the ZF, where I started on. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and remember, stay safe. Keep smiling until next time. I shall see you then. Goodbye, folks.